So children, now let's move on to the next question of your NCERT back exercise. This is question number 11. Here they have to calculate the average atomic mass again of the sample of element X. Now in this case, they have given you the atomic mass, and they have given you the average atomic mass. Okay, the average atomic mass has been given, and the percentage of isotopes have to be found out. That means in the previous question, the percentage was given. You see, the percentage was given and we were supposed to find out the average atomic mass. Now just the vice versa. Here we have to find out the percentage of individual elements of both the isotopes of X element, and the average atomic mass has been given. So the formula is same. Let me show you here. See, let the percentage. Now there are two isotopes, children. One is 16.8x and the other one is 18.8x. Okay. Now percentage is always from 100. Remember that percentage is always from 100. So let us take this. Let the percentage of first isotope be A, right? If the percentage of first isotope is A, then the percentage of second one will be 100 minus A. Now what we will do, we will just put this values of percentage in the formula. The formula is same as above that we have done. The percentage, the formula is average atomic mass is equal to the atomic mass of first element into percentage plus atomic mass of second element into percentage. So see, they have put down all the values. 16 into this is the atomic mass of first element, and the percentage plus the atomic mass of second element and its percentage, which is equal to the average atomic mass, which is already given in the question. So now what we will do, we'll just calculate and find out the value for A. Now we have got the value for A. What is A? We had taken A as the percentage of first isotope. So what will be the percentage of second isotope? 100 minus A, that is 10, right? 100 minus A, that is 10, because the value of A is 90. So we got the answer. We got the percentage for both the isotopes. First one was 90% and the second one was 10%. A very easy unitary method has been used here in the calculations here. Now the next question that is in your NCERT question number 12 is the Z is equal to 3. Now children, what is Z? Z represents atomic number. So they say if Z is equal to 3, what will be the valency of the element? Also name the element. Now children, Z, as I told you, means the atomic number. And we know that atomic number is equal to the number of protons, and protons are always equal to number of electrons. So the total number of electrons of this element is also 3. Now if we write down the electronic configuration, we get 2 comma 1, that is 2 electrons in the K shell and 1 electron in the L shell. So what will be the valency of this element? The valency will also be 1. Okay, as I told you, if in the outermost shell there is 1 electron, then the valency is 1. If in the outermost shell there are 2 electrons, the valency is 2. If in the outermost shell there are 3 electrons, the valency is 3. If it is 4, then valency is 4. But if the outermost shell has 5 electrons, then the valency will be 8 minus 5, that is 3. This we have already done in previous videos. You can go to the channel and watch the previous videos which are discussed, and the valency topic has been already taught to you. So the valency of this element is 1 and the name of the element is lithium, right? Next question, question number 13 here says composition of the nuclei of two atomic species. Now children, there are two atomic elements, X and Y. There are two elements and their composition has been given. That means the number of proton in X are 6 and for Y also 6. The number of neutron for X are 6 and for Y the number of neutrons are 8. So they want you to calculate mass numbers and also the relation between these two species. Now let's see atomic mass. Always, what is the formula for atomic mass or mass number? Atomic mass or mass number is one and the same thing, and the formula for atomic mass is number of protons plus number of neutrons. So the atomic mass for X, first we will find out the atomic mass for X. So the number of protons for X are 6 and number of neutrons for X are also again 6. So 6 plus 6, 12 is the atomic mass for X. Now let us calculate for Y. So for Y it is 6 plus 8, that is 14. So the atomic masses of X and Y are different, but their number of protons are same. You can see number of protons here is 6 and here also 6. Now because both of them have same number of protons, so their atomic number is also same. As we know, atomic number always is equal to the number of protons. So that means both these elements have same atomic number but different mass numbers. So what are those elements who have same atomic number and different mass numbers? They are called isotopes. So X and Y have, what relation do they have? X and Y are the isotopes of, they represent the isotopes, right? So such type of questions may come in your exams also.